Hey everybody, Sega Man Tony back here again. I'm going to talk about some really good games in the past, very retro, and this is for the Atari 5200. I noticed that a few of my friends on here, like Lou, that collects the statues. He's a really cool dude. Check out his channel. Pretty awesome. I think he actually influences a lot of people to get into collecting for statues. And including myself, I'm going to try to get more statues here in the future. And also my friend Sire649, Vintage Girl 11 Gamer, if I said her name right. Yeah, Asian Sleepy. These are people that's been on here and I've known for a long time. And they always check out my videos, and I always check out their videos. But yeah, we're going to talk today about some of my Atari 5200 games that I have here. They're not in order, but we're going to go through them right now. If there's, leave comments below. Thank you for subscribing, and I'm going to keep doing this until I just keep doing it. I'm just going to keep making these videos, man, because I'm a diehard gamer. I love video games. I mean, I love other things, but my main priority really is video games. I've been into it for a long time. I am a long-time collector. So let's get into these games here. And the first one we have up for the Atari 5200 is Miss Pac-Man. This is actually a great game, on the 5200. I love Pac-Man. I'm a big Pac-Man fan. I have a lot of Pac-Man games, not just on the 5200. I don't think I can grab any off. Oh, here's one right here. I'll show you real quick for the Xbox. It's Pac-Man World 3. I'm just a huge Pac-Man fan. I try to collect all the Pac-Man games that I can get, and yeah, that's pretty awesome on there. And for the time, it wasn't bad graphically, for that era, But a lot of people hated the 5200 because of because of the because of these, because of the controllers. But people really complained about how loose the sticks were and the buttons on the side, I guess, and the number thing. I just think they were trying to be creative, and trying to do something different, But I like it. I haven't had any problems with my Atari 5200 sticks, and they're a little loose. They are a little loose, but if you don't, like really jam it while you're playing it, to me, you won't mess it up. So, and they can't be replaced unless you get some kind of mod thing going, and no telling how much that'll cost. The next game here, I believe here, oh man, I can't remember if this is Vanguard or not. I can't remember which game this is. If you guys know, tell me, because it's not saying what it is, but it is for the Atari 5200. It is a shooter. It looks pretty cool. I think I played this once, guys. I can't quite remember the name of it, but like I said, even the artwork, like I said before in my last video, the artwork they even did on these were great, and not all Atari 5200 games had, great graphics or were good to play, but I'm a diehard collector. I don't care if they're sports, whatever, I'm going to pick it up for the system. Now this one here is Real Sports Tennis, for the Atari 5200. This one actually has, and these are really hard to get, even though it's a sports game. It has the number slot that you put in there, that you put in the controller. A lot of people, when they buy these games, they don't have that number slot in there. And some of these games I'm going to show you still have it in there. Like this one here. This also is Real Sports Baseball. You can't really see the artwork that well, but on the back, like I said, it still has that, the little slot you put in for the controller. And them actually built that in back of that, I thought that was, that's pretty cool. And here's another one. It's a football for Atari 5200. Oh, sorry. It has that number thing in the back. It's not bad. Here's a oldie but goodie. This doesn't have the number slot in the back, but a lot of people liked this game back in the days. It's Joust for the Atari 5200. Joust came on a variety of systems, a lot of different systems, and Some people, that's their favorite game is Joust. I could never really get into Joust, even when it came out for later systems. I tried playing it, and I tried my best at playing it, but I just couldn't really get into it. Here's another one. I don't know the name of this. Countermeasure, I think. It came out in 1982. That's actually a regular game that actually did have the number slot, in the back, that you can put into the game. Another one here is one of my favorite games ever, and the artwork on this is really cool. It is Galaxian for the Atari 5200. I've always loved Galaxian. I have all those, those compilations where, like the Namco and all that, where those games are on there and everything, and I always loved the Galaxian, even the arcade. I used to play that a lot. There's another one of my favorites, and it does have the back number card slot, and it is Mr. Pac-Man himself on there. It's a pretty decent game. It's not as bad as the Atari 2600 game. Everybody hated that Pac-Man. To me, it's playable. I think what they hated the most about it was the sound effects and the way he chopped, and you had the big blocks, the little blocks going past, and But hey, if you had the home system and you wanted Pac-Man, that's what you had to get. So unless you went to the arcade and wanted to keep putting tens and dollars worth of quarters in there to play the game. Now another one here is a very popular man, and he's still running today, and I'm happy to have this on the Atari 5200. It is Mario Brothers on the Atari 5200. It doesn't have the card slot in the back, but it's still popular today. Still a lot of people that play the that type of Mario Brothers, which is really cool. Another famous game a lot of people liked back in the day and still do play today is Centipede for the Atari 5200. It's not bad. These games, it is a big step up from when you played the Atari 2600. The graphics are slightly better. Sound effects is slightly better. This is another one, shooter here called Star Raiders. This does have the number slot thing in the back. There's the front there. And I told you guys before, what I really like about these games also is just the artwork. It's just really cool. And here's another very popular game for the Atari 5200. Came out in 1982. It is the undisputed Space Invaders. Space Invaders is an awesome game. I remember going in the arcades and you can hear that people, man, loved that game. It was awesome. And a lot of people played that game. It was a big favorite back in the 80s. It was really, really cool. There's a common game here for the Atari 5200. It has the slot thing in the back. It is soccer for the Atari 5200. I tried to play it. It's not bad, but it's a soccer game. Now here's one I think is a little bit rare for the Atari 5200. I'm not saying it's worth hundreds of dollars or anything like that, but it's a cool game, and everybody's really liking this right now, and they're getting everything of this because it is Star Wars, the arcade game for the Atari 5200. It was made by Parker Brothers. If you were old as me and you remember Parker Brothers, they made really good board games, and they got into some of the video game business. But it is Star Wars the arcade game. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, this is very, very good for the Atari 5200. So if you do pick up an Atari 5200 and you can find it, I really suggest you getting that because it is an awesome Star Wars game. Another one here was everybody liked and known is Defender for the Atari 5200. It looks pretty good. It has a number slot in the back. If you hear any noise background, that's my kids upstairs acting crazy. They're playing that Yoshi World on the Wii U, And my son just goes nuts. He loves that game. He's really awesome at it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing at it, but he has to show me. So now another one here is a Super Breakout, for the Atari 5200. It does have the slot thing in the back. I like Breakout. Breakout's a really cool game. I've always liked it, Breakout, even on the old system. It's really cool. This one here is a little beat up. It's one of my favorite too, and it's made by Parker Brothers. It is Q*bert for the Atari 5200. I have it taped because it was coming off and it was going to be really, really bad, and that's the only way I could keep the sticker on for it. It's made by Parker Brothers, and it's not a bad Q*bert game for the system. This is a really weird game I'm going to show you now here for the Atari 5200. I don't know if it's rare, but it is a game called Blueprint for the Atari 5200. It's shaped weird up top here, and I don't know. It's a pretty strange game, and it's made by CBS Electronics. You know, like the television station. And yeah, I found this. I can't remember where I found this at, but yeah, it's Blueprint. But it's pretty unusual. If anybody knows anything about that game, any history and background about it, please write it in the description below of my channel here. Now, I'm going to save this one for last. Here's another one everybody liked back in the day. It is Pole Position. Pole Position was really a very well-known racing game on the Atari 2600, 5200, 7800. I think this was actually its mascot. You know, Pole Position was really good. Arcade port in a way to these systems. I always enjoyed Pole Position. I used to play it in the arcades. Here's another game here for the Atari 5200. There was a show that used to come on TV, actually a sci-fi show. I believe this is a hidden gem. It is made by Sega, and it's in really good condition. And this is my last game here. It is Buck Rogers for the Atari 5200. The artwork on there is great. The labeling is awesome. There's no wear and tear on it at all. You know, it's just, and actually it's a pretty decent game. And wow, Sega, man, me being a Sega fan, they've been around for a super long time. But yeah, it's Buck Rogers right there. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a feel of some of the vintage games I like and I'm into, and that's the Atari 5200 games that I have. Probably be adding more to my collection later. Yeah, I'll still be doing pickup videos here soon. I just don't have anything at the moment right now. And yeah, and that's it for now. But I'll be back with another video soon. It might be another console review or something like that. If not, it'll definitely be at pickups. Again, always thank you for subscribing, guys. And thank you for watching my channel, and also thank you for your input. I really appreciate that, and it's just awesome to have good friends like you. Have a good day. Enjoy everything you do in your life, including your gaming, whatever it is. I'll talk to you later.